Welcome back to another Final Table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and BCP Poker Replays YouTube account. So if you want to check out the action in peace and quiet, you can do so. And with that being said, let's hop into the action. Amazing Yuli with the ace 5 and 40 blinds. Our big stack is going to start things off with the 4 big blind open. What the hell is going on here? This is a huge sizing. Interesting choice there, Yuli. We'll see what they do with the ace 5 the very next hand. We'll get through some introductions as we move along. Yuli using the 3x sizing. Resident with 32 blinds. Probris with 18. Ignanuts with 19 blinds. Ivan with 25 and pocket 7s. We got Marlin in the small with pocket 5s and 15 blinds. We'll see what he does. We do see an open from the 8-9 suited from Resident. And we got Camel in the big blind with 11 bigs, our shorty. Please pay thanks buy with 17. Bartek with 7.5. That rounds things out as Marlin takes the spot with 5-5. Sees an open and a call. Sees over 1 million chips in the middle and he wants to buy this pre-flop. That he does. 7s fold. Good news for Marlin. Yuli with ace 8 suited will go for the open. Ignanuts laying down ace jack. Marlin in the tank with king 3. Hopefully just finds the fold here. Although a 3-bet would look rather strong. Just doesn't look like the holding to use. Resident with the pocket 6s early position. We'll see if he goes for the open. Does find the 3x size. Gonna price Bartek out of a call here with the 10-9. Had he given him a cheaper price, he probably would have went to the flop, looked to make a pair or some shit. Bartek just lays down the 10-9. Has an ace in the small blind. It might fold around to him. Yuli would have to call off about 3.5 more blinds with the queen 9 suited. Looks like he's getting the right price. So he comes along. Queen on the turn. That will do. Bartek is out of here in 8th place. Sorry, 9th place? How many players have we got? 8 more. Bartek's out in 9th. Yuli with a king on the button. We'll just lay it down. Resident with king 3 suited. Should see a play here somehow. Might just rip it all in. Oh, he just lays it down, giving Probris a walk. Interesting stuff. Could have put Probris in a real pickle there. Either with a raise non-all-in, go for the all-in. Resident elects just to fold the suited king from the small. King-jack suited for Marlin. Doesn't look like this will be folded. They go for the open. It'll eventually fold around to Ivan in the big blind with 7-8. He'll have a decision if he wants to go along to the flop or not. Just passes on the spot. Folds around to Probris with pocket 9s. Doesn't look like he's going to get action. Ivan with 9-jack suited could get excited. Go for a 3-bet. Calling feels weird. We're way too short to do that. Ivan just lays down the suited jack 9. Picks up an ace jack suited. Resident with another pocket pair of 6s. We'll see if he opens. Just open rips. It's only for about 17 big blinds effective. The ace jack suited folds. King 2 will hit the muck for Marlin, and the suited jack for Camel will also hit the muck. Queen 4 suited for Marlin. We'll see if he plays. Looks like a spot where you go all in or fold. You don't really want to jam Queen 4, so he just lets it go. Ace King for Resident will go for the min raise under the gun. Yuli with plenty of chips to play with and a jack 4 suited says, no, I'm just going to preserve my chips and pick up pocket queens. Marlin with king 10. Just lays it down. Folds around to Yuli with the queen. All in dealer 30 blinds. This bet will get through. A little bit of an overplay with the queen. We surely should have went for a smaller size. Dookity-doo. In the end, it doesn't matter. Queens will get it through. The suited 10-7. I wonder if it would have went to the flop if it faced like a 3x sizing. Doesn't matter. Marlin with the king queen will raise and take that one down. Folds around to Yuli with the king 6. He's going to just pass on it. And then another fold. Probus will get the jam the king from the small. They get that through. Good news for Probus. Up to 18 blinds. Yuli with 5-5. Plays 3x. Pricing Ivan out of a call in the big blind with 9-jack. Yuli takes that down pre-flop. Blinds go up. Probus with jack 7 suited. 15 blinds, just lets it go. Ivan with 3-6. We'll limp it in. Okay. Marlin with jack deuce. Thinking about buying this pot pre-flop. What size do we go? About 1,000,000 chips or just check? Marlin checks. Ivan leads on the ace-10 board. It's only one big blind for Marlin to come along, but they just find the fold. Nice little play there from the 3-6. I mean, it's nice because it worked out. Doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. As we see ace-8 jam it all in. Jack 10 for Camel. He's going to call it off here for his life. He's going to need jack or 10. Spanks it on the river. Camel gets a double up. Resident with ace-jack suited. Gonna raise it on up from early position. It is a min raise, so please pay thanks by. Oh, I thought he was going to the flop. With the queen-jack, please pay thank by is completely dominated. Quickly just lays it down. Yuli has another suited queen in the big blind facing an all-in for about 9 bigs. Yuli finds the fold. Please pay thanks by up to 11 blinds. Does have pocket 7s. Looks like it'll eventually fold around to him again. All in dealer. And he'll get a couple more folds. 13 blinds. Camel with an ace and a king. Doesn't look like anybody else has any other holdings. Ace and a king will rip it all in. And everybody will fold. Fours for Marlin. King jack for Ivan. Ivan goes for the open. Marlin probably just going to fold off 10 big blinds. With the small pocket pair that they do. Amazing Yuli with the ace deuce. Thought about it for a second, but just lays it down. Ivan will get this through pre-flop, and then he gets queen. Igna nuts in the small blind with an ace and a jack. This will fold around to him. He's going to rip it all in. Ivan going to have an easy call. Igna nuts. All in dealer. He's going to need an ace. 10. Put a 10 out there. Nope. No ace for Igna nuts. Ivan, the beneficiary of a cooler. Up to 27 blinds. He's got king 10 suited on the button. 8s go for the open, and king 10 does just find the fold. Oh, and then king. Amazing Yuli open rips the kings. Interesting stuff. Surely we should just go for the min open or go back to the 3x sizing. 2.5. Any other size than all in. Ace queen for Camel rips it all in. Amazing Yuli thinking about it with 9 jack, but surely should just lay this down for 10 blinds. Camel will get it through. Ace queen suited for Ivan. Gonna go for the open. No action. Ace 6 suited. Ivan's right back in there. Amazing Yuli with 10-7 suited. Thinks about it for a minute, but then finds the fold. Probus with 3-7 suited. Might come along to the flop. He does. 8, 4 deuce. 1 spade for both players. No immediate straight draw for Probus. He sees a small bet and he just has the fold. Queen 5 suited for Yuli. Will just fold. Probus with queen 9 in the small blind rips it all in. And Ivan lays down the 4 deuce. 8s for Camel. This is an all in. Surely, right? All in. 9s in the small blind. For Ivan. We'll stick it all in. Completely dominating Camel. Any 8s? Any 8s? Nope. No 8s. No chops or anything like that. Ivan knocks out Camel in 7th place. $4,100 for their showing. Queen 4 for Ivan, just rips it all in. Marlin plays call with ace 3. Ace 10 lays it down. Ace on the turn, that locks things up for Marlin. They get the full double. So I guess Ivan was just ripping in the suited queen there for about 7 blinds, so it makes plenty of sense. You're hoping just to get it through. Both of the opponents had a call off hand. Please pay thanks bye, lays down the best of it pre-flop with ace 10. Uh-oh, and Marlin gets king. 13 blinds, goes for a little bit more than the min open. Yuli with 10-10 will rip it all in. He's going to need a 10. Both the suits are dominated. Just a horrific start to things for Yuli. Marlin with the king and the king holding up. Then he gets a jack 8 suited. We'll just lay it down. Yuli with the suited ace. Playing 22 blinds effective. Goes back to the 4.5x sizing preflop. Huge raises from Yuli. Jacks will rip it in. Ace queen suited for Probus. Happily sticks it all in. He's going to need ace of queen, some hearts. Oh, a jack on the flop. No heart. Pretty well dead's Probus. Had some backdoor straight draw, but that doesn't come. Ace jack for Yuli. We'll go for the all in. Probus sticks it all in with ace queen a jack on the flop. Are you fucking serious, Poker Stars? What's this all about? Poker Stars just fucking Probus. Oh, that was so rude. Anyways, we'll move along without Probus. Ace king O in the small blind. Please pay thanks bye, just rips it all in and gets it through. Ace king for Ivan will go for the open. Folds around to the big blind. Resident with king 9 will just fold. A walk for Ivan. That's all good news with the 3-7. Yuli with a suited king plays all in. 25 blinds. King 5 suited. Ivan deep in the tank saying, what the hell's going on here, Poker Stars? Marlin with a suited king will lay it down. 8-7 suited for Yuli. We'll just fold. Resident with 17 blinds and pocket 5s. Plays all in. Can't raise call, so he says, I'm just going to stick it in. Hopefully buy the pot pre-flop. That it works out. Or that he does. Well, that sentence was horrific. Anyways, we'll try to move along. Just pretend that didn't happen. Queen deuce for Yuli. Just folds, giving Resident a walk with his 7-3. Marlin with ace 5. Just folds. Please pay thanks bye with a pair. And 11 blinds sticks it all in. Ivan's waiting in the big with kings. Snap call. Ace on the flop. That doesn't matter. Deuce on the turn. That will do. That will do. Please pay thanks bye getting the double up with the ducks. 9-10 suited for Ivan and 15 blinds. Hopefully goes for the min raise. Could play all in. Good shit. Just finds the min raise. Ace jack waiting in the big blind. Please pay thanks bye. Rips it all in. Ivan gonna have to fold 9-10 suited and move along. King 10 for Marlin on the button. Goes for the raise. Amazing Yuli with king 7 in the big blind. Hopefully just finds the fold here. Uh-oh, he calls. King high board. Bad news for Yuli. Real bad news. Marlin starts things off with a half pot size bet. Yuli could overplay their hand and get this in on the flop. Oh no. What do? You check raise. Yuli does find the fold. Nicely done. The check raise was to find out where you were. The thing is, you just don't want to fold and see your opponent having a flush draw. As ace 10 rips it in for about 14 blinds. Resident calls it off with a 7. Ace a6 flop. 8 on the turn is 6 on the river. Knocking Resident out of here. Ivan for about 12 blinds rips in the queen 9. Marlin thinking about it with 10-4, but he'll eventually fold. Yuli with 6s. Rips it all in. Gets it through. Marlin raising the queen 7 suited. Yuli with a suited ace in the big blind has a weird spot. Does just rip it all in. Takes it down pre-flop. Ace 10 for Marlin. Goes for the big sizing pre here. Ivan with pocket 4s does rip it all in. This is a huge pot. Marlin is just going to find the fold. Ivan takes that one down pre. Queen 6 goes for the limp. Ace queen 8 flop. Marlin with bottom pair. Facing a check. Checks it back. 9 on the turn. Small bet gets called. Ace on the river. Clubs miss. Jack 10 misses. King Jack misses. Surely there's some more. 6-7 misses. 10-7 misses. Ivan checks on the river. Hard for Marlin to get called by worse, so they just check down the 8-3 and lose the pot. Marlin in the small with 6-7, limps it on in. Please pay thanks by in first place, the big stack, and an 8 and a 4 checks it back. Queen 10 flop. 6-7 leads out and takes it on down. Ace 10 for Ivan. Rips it all in for 16 blinds. Yuli with an ace in the big blind does just find the fold. Queen 6 suited for Yuli. Playing about 14 big blinds deep, just finds the fold. King 4 for Ivan. In the small blind, hopefully doesn't rip. Plays limp. Marlin will jam it all in with the ace jack suited. Ivan has an easy fold now. Ace 8 suited for Yuli. This might be an all-in. Does stick it all in. Ace king for Ivan. Yuli gonna need some diamonds, some 8s. Some of the straight outs are dead with the 5 and the 4. Diamond, no. Chop outs don't come. Ivan gets the W. Excuse me. Just like that, we lose Yuli, who's played an interesting game. It was fun to watch him. It would have been cool to see him have the big stack. There's a few interesting hands with the big pocket pairs just going all in pre-flop. In spots where you'd expect to see some sort of smaller raise. Try to induce a jam. Interesting stuff. Anyways, 9-10 making the straight on the turn here. Has an open-ended straight flush draw as well. Ivan just with bottom pair checks it over. If Marlin could check here and PokerStars would put a 3 or 7 on the river, we could see a huge pot. Other than that, we see Marlin bet and Ivan quickly fold bottom pair. Doopity-doo. Another limp pot. Please pay thanks by with the suited ace. We'll just rip it in for 20 blinds and take it down. Queen jack for please pay thanks by goes for the open. Queen 9 suited for Ivan. Calls from the small. Marlin comes along as well. 3-3-2 flop. Only one heart out there. 4 million chips in the middle. Please pay thanks by. Takes a stab for 1.2. Marlin with bottom pair. Who the hell knows what to do out of position here with 16 blinds. Does play check raise. Makes it 3.5 to go and please pay thanks by. Sure they're going to find the fold. Although a 3-bet on the flop. 3-bet all in and the king deuce calls it off. The queen jack is in trouble. Doesn't hit. Marlin gets max value with bottom pair. Please pay thanks by 3-betting the flop with the queen jack, expecting to get a deuce to fold. Marlin says not today, bucko. Huge pot going Marlin's way. Ivan with deuces, limps it in. Ace 5 for Marlin. Goes for the raise. Ivan jams the ducks. And Marlin folds. Queen Jack going for the raise. Please pay thanks bye with an ace, and the big blind rips it all in. Ivan, I think we'll call it off here. Queen Jack or 10. Jack on the turn, but an ace on the river that will save. Please pay thanks bye. Getting the full double up to 15 blinds. 9 Jack suited will rip it all in. Ivan folds the king. Boopity doo. 9 deuce suited, limping it in. King deuce checks it back. Queen 7-4 flop. 2 diamonds for Marlin. 1 spade for Ivan. Ivan bets a blind, gets called. 8 on the turn. No help for Ivan, but he blocks some hands that could call him. They decide to check as they don't pick up any equity. Marlin bets about half pot, and the bet gets through. 10-10 versus ace-5 suited. This might get in pre. Marlin rips it. Maybe for 16 blinds. Please pay thanks bye can just fold. Weird spot with the ace-5. Hopefully he can fold. I think I would call. Please pay thanks bye does find the fold. Good shit. Marlin goes for the min raise with 10 Jack. Flops is straight. No big deal. Ivan with just a gutter to the 10. We'll eventually check it over to Marlin in position. And Marlin checks it back. 7 of spades on the turn. Ivan with bottom pair, straight blocker, leads out for about a third pot. A little bit less. Jack 10 with a spade plays call. King on the river. Ivan checks it on over. Marlin sizing up a value bet on the river here. Goes 3.5 mil. Don't think Ivan ever calls it down here with just the pair of 7s. Could go for the check raise. Oh, and that would be bad timing now, wouldn't it? Ivan just folds and moves along. Picks up an ace and a queen. Plays all in for about 16 blinds, and that raise will get through. Ace king suited. Ivan just rips it all in again. And no action for him. Ace 9 for please pay thanks bye in the small blind. Rips it all in. And Ivan will fold the Jack 10 at some point. Blinds go up. King deuce suited for please pay thanks bye. Just finds the fold on the button. Ace 7 getting a walk from Marlin. Another ace king for Ivan. Another all in and another pot going Ivan's way. Queen 6 suited for Marlin. Goes for the raise. Gets a call by the 5-4 suited. 8-4-3 flop. 1 club for Marlin. Backdoor straight draws. 4 million chips in the middle. Marlin goes 1.75. Ivan with second pair in the tank. Plays called. Jack of clubs on the turn. Marlin's going to fire away surely. Although we could check back and look to realize our equity. So Marlin's got options. Marlin does check it back. We get the ace of clubs on the river. Horrific card for the pair of 4s. Ivan going to have an easy check fold. Marlin going to scoop a nice pot here. 6.4 mil is the bet, and Ivan quickly folds. Jack 6 versus 10-6. This is the stuff we came to see. Ivan just folds. Queen Jack for Ivan. All in dealer. This will get through pre-flop for him. Ooh, aces. Hopefully please pay thank bye limps. They do. King 8 for Ivan. We have not seen a limp here before, I don't think. It's been a lot of jamming. A lot of folding from the small blind. Ivan goes for the raise. Quick call from the aces. Jack 6-5 flop. Ivan bets a mill into 4. Please pay thanks bye. Goes for the check raise, and just like that gets the fold. Ivan down to 10 bigs. Has pocket 8. Surely will just go all in. Six, 9 of hearts. We'll have to let it go for Marlin. But then he gets an ace and a 3 in the small. He'll just get to rip that in for about 13 blinds and get it through. King Queen does the same thing. Gets another one through. Ace King will rip for Ivan. Queen 7 suited for Marlin. Reluctantly folds. Jack 6 for Marlin. Plays limp. 3-10 checks it back. Ace 7 6 flop. Please pay thanks bye. Sees a half pot size bet, and Marlin will scoop it. Queen 10 goes for the raise. Ace Jack all in. Marlin lets it go. King 7 for please pay thanks bye. They just fold. 10-8 offsuit will limp it in. Marlin checks it back. 10-5 2 flop. Top pair for Ivan. Nothing doing for Marlin. Ivan starts things out with a check. Look at this. Marlin bets 7.5 mil into 2 million chips. Riddle me this one. Ivan goes all in. Snap call from the 8-3. 4 on the turn gives him straight outs. Is that a misclick? Was he trying to bet 700 and... Surely that's a misclick. He put something in there. 6s jam it in. I think he's trying to bet 750k into 2 mil. That makes sense. Betting 7 mil, 3x. Yeah, misclick, Marlin says. Oh no, with the 8-3. Horrific timing for a misclick by Marlin. Played a great game with the big stack. He's down to 17 blinds now. Ivan with the big stack. King Jack rips it all in. Please pay thank bye. Does smack a 5 on the flop. 10 on the river doesn't matter. Please pay thanks bye. Gets the full double. So just like that, Marlin with the ace 10, he's going to rip it all in facing the open, and he'll be back in first place with 20 million chips. King Jack suited. We'll just rip it in and take it down pre from Marlin. 10s for please pay. Jams it all in. Marlin folds the suited Jack. 9-5 limps it in. 10-7 rips it all in. This will get through pre for please pay thanks bye. 9-7 going for the limp. Ivan with queen 10. Thinking about raising here. He does just jam it. This will get through for Ivan. Then he gets an ace in the small. We'll rip that in. Marlin with the king high. We'll let it go. King 10 for Ivan. Rips it all in. And the other two should fold. Ace king for Marlin. Rips it all in. Ivan with the suited queen 8 wanted to see a min raise. Marlin says not today, bucko. Please pay thanks bye with the ace 10. We'll rip and take it down. There's going to be a lot of that. Except here, 9-10 suited, 15 blinds. Nope, Ivan says I am just going to rip it in. Pot sliding his way, and then he's got Jack. Marlin rips in the ace 9. Unfortunate timing. No club on the turn, a 9 on the river. That doesn't help Marlin. And he's all in with 8-5. Ivan thinking about folding, but he will stick it in. He's got the best hand here with 10 high. Yep, Marlin says fucking misclick. 8 or a 5. Nope. Just kidding. Ivan with the pair of 10s. Pretty well deads Marlin on the flop. Just like that. Ivan's got the big stack. Please pay thanks bye with a suited Jack. Limps it in. Ivan says queen 3. Let's just rip it. Get him to fold pre. 8 deuce goes for the limp. 3-7 for please pay thanks bye. Checks it back. Flops 2 pair. Ace high board. Ivan might try to rep something here. Bets a big blind. Please pay thanks by does just called. 4 on the turn. So Ivan has to straight out to the 5 now. Does a 6 also work? Nope. He'd be missing the 5. Ivan goes for 2 million chip bet on the turn. Deuce on the river. Surely Ivan knows his pair of 2s is no good here. He does beat some heart draws, I suppose. Surely Ivan's gonna go for the bluff though. Oh, Ivan finds the check back. Please pay thanks by. Scoops the pot. 10 big blinds for him. Ivan limps in 10-7. Queen 5 checks it back. 6-4-2 flop. 2 diamonds for please pay thanks by with the gutter to the 3 leads out. Ivan floats with 10 high and the 3 banks on the turn. Half pot size bet from the straight. Ivan with a straight draw to the 5. We'll just let it go. Uh-oh, ace 7 versus ace 10. This might just get in pre. Quick jam from please pay thanks by quick call. Any 7s dealer? A 7 on the river. Okie dokie. 10-9 suited might just... Oh, I thought it might rip. Limps it in. Please pay thanks by. We'll do the jamming with the suited ace. And now Ivan can fold. Please pay thanks by. Limping in 9-3. Deuce 4 for Ivan. Goes for the raise and takes it down. That's good news for him. Queen 8 suited. Goes for the raise pre-flop. Please pay thanks by with ace 5. Jams it all in. And Ivan did not want to see this. He will find the fold. King 6 for please pay. Now that they're playing 13 blinds effective, he just rips it in, gets it through. 4 deuce. Oh, we'll go for the limp. Please pay thanks by. Checks back 9-7 suited. Flops a straight draw to the 6. 2 overs to the 4. Sees a 1 big blind bet. Plays call and he spanks the 6 on the turn. Once again, please pay thanks by making their straight. Ivan once again with bottom pair and a straight draw. Facing the lead, the 4 just folds. Good stuff for Ivan, preserving his chips. Jack 10 rips it in. Queen 5, gonna reluctantly fold. King 8 suited can rip it in. Please pay thanks by with an ace, snaps it off. Any kings or 8s or diamond, a diamond on the river, that will do. Ivan getting a little lucky there on the river. Getting his money in fair with about like 40% or so. 6s for please pay thanks by, facing the limp. 17 blinds deep. Goes for the non all in 3 bet, or not 3 bet, sorry. That's a 2 bet as it was a limp pot. Limp pot. Top pair for please pay thanks by, nothing doing for Ivan. Flop goes check, check, 10 on the turn. Ivan picks up a straight draw to the jack, checks it on over. Please pay thanks by, bets about 2 million chips into 2.7 and the bet gets through. King 5 for Ivan. Jams it all in. Please pay thanks by with a suited ace. Calls it off. This is going to be the pot. 4. Nope, but queen on the river. That's the end of the show. Please pay thanks by gets the W. Nicely done in the 215 Fat Tuesday. It's like you can't even say one player got lucky or anything like that because everybody was seemingly getting lucky. The most unlucky player being Marlon, who just misclicked his stack into the middle. Please pay thanks by. Played a damn good game. It's fun to see. Anything really to go over? Nope. Anyways, it's the end of the show, so if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this shit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. Adios, amigos.